economics scholars, economic students, how we can shape the future to serve the people of the continent, particularly the youth, through inclusive, sustainable, and innovation-driven development ideas. As I reflect on the conference, several insights resonate deeply. First, we must embrace innovation boldly but responsibly through the digital economy. For those who are here with us through the past 2 days, we have had a lot of discussions on this. And so we should emulate and also have these topics spread out wide in our countries, in our universities, so that you can continue growing as economists. Second, sustainable development must be our anchor as we pursue growth. Also, let us not compromise the future. Third, human capital is not our greatest assets. The future of work demands new skills and digital literacy. And fourth, collaboration is our compass. The conference has shown that academics, practitioners, government officials, and also students can come together to make great things happen. Let's harness every lesson from the conference and channel it into action, whether it's developing a sustainable business idea, contributing to policies out there, debates, or simply mentoring our young students, because for the past 2 days we have had even people from AWI as mentees. So it has been a great session that even the young females are getting incorporated to be great economists out there. And also, we're requested to also encourage people to join AWI and also take part in joining Afea so that we can continue growing. And also, in closing, I would like to express deep appreciation to the Afea, the African Finance and Economics Association team, starting from Chair, Resident-elect Mr. Dr. Socrates. We are deeply honored hosting you at the University of Nairobi. And as ECOSA, Economic Students Association at the University of Nairobi, it's a professional body that nurtures students and also exposes them to the potential employees out there in the country. So during even the future, we can also collaborate with Afea so that even we can get to help them not just venture into work, but they can also venture into research. It has been a great honor having also the chairman of the department here. We can be using him just as a leeway so that you can get to him. And also, while going back there to your countries, also send our regards. You are most welcome here. So we as the students, we are very honored to have you here and we love you. So as I say, thank you. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you, Spencer. Those are the leaders. We don't say the leaders of tomorrow. We say the leaders of today. Don't let anybody lie to you that you're the leaders of the future, okay? Go for those political positions now, okay? So thank you so much, Spencer Shachida. You know, I was asking, I like a lot of gender balance, eh? So what he said is important. We build a better future for tomorrow through sustainable development and innovation. I want you to know that we are going through what we call the fourth industrial revolution. If you're economic students, are you conversant with the Rostock growth model? What was the first one? Agricultural phase. The second? You've forgotten. What is the second? Preconditions for takeoff. The third stage? Takeoff. The fourth? If there are any economic students here that are my students, we are going to have a very hard time. So I want to add a sixth one, okay? We are going to what we call the fourth industrial revolution. This is whereby we are now getting to a place of working with the Internet of Things, cloud computing, AI and machine learning, cyber security, digital twin. So don't say you are an economist. These things don't matter. Even right now we have AI. You might need to use AI to write a book, right? You might need to use AI to help you in your research, right? Yes. So these are knowledge. This is a knowledge that is not dispensable, but you need to have them. So I can't tell you where to get them, but you can go to, who knows Molinga? Who knows Molinga? Yes. Are you doing a course there? I'm doing a course there, right? You have to do a course in the fourth industrial revolution units. So don't get left out. So in appreciation also, we'd love to welcome the KESA president to come and give her remarks, Ms. Marion Washia. Can you give her a round of applause? Okay, thank you, Marion. Come and give your remarks. We shall appreciate.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lydia. All along, I've been saying Afea, only to come and realize the accurate pronunciation is Afea, isn't it? Yes. So my name is Marion Wachia Mwanyia, the President, Economic Student Association of Kenya. So President and President-elect, Africa Finance and Economics Association, Chairman, Department of Economics and Development Studies, policymakers, researchers, and scholars. Good afternoon. Now, this year's conference theme, Future of Work, Building a Better Africa for Tomorrow's Generation Through Sustainable Development and Innovation. This is a very intriguing theme, and it definitely resonates with us as Africans. So now, I appreciate today's session. How I'd wish I would have been here from the convening day till today, because this theme resonates with our commitment to meaningfully contribute towards building Africa that we do want. Drawing on the continent's demographic dividend, KESA endeavors to level the playing field in research, policy, and advocacy. These pursuits are informed by our mission, which is nourished by three intertwined focus. As a matter of fact, KESA, we have three bold forces that we believe that we can ignite, and in fact, we can execute as young people. So now, these three intertwined forces, number one, our youthful members and shared diversity. Number two, our connectivity and community of practice. And the third one, our innovation ecosystem. So now, we believe these forces enable us to answer these questions. Why are we here and what are we? So now, I will take you through these three forces. But as at now, we can talk about Africa economic moment. So now, while Harvard's Danny Roderick argues that Africa is deindustrializing prematurely, we at KESA, we believe in the hope cultivated by Emmanuel Mensah. We believe in our shared purpose as young change makers to initiate a shared, all-inclusive, transformative process. And building on this, KESA has confronted the nightmare of women underrepresentation in leadership. And I'm glad that in KESA leadership, we have a representation of 3 females and 4 males. Whereas this reflects a greater commitment towards letting leadership benefit from diversity, women remain largely underrepresented in economics within Kenya. This is in particular at breaking in our 38 member institution affiliated in across the country. So in some of these associations who are our KESA members, females occupy less than 15% of all available leadership positions. And when they occupy these roles, their voice rarely matters. Okay? So this begs the question, how can we empower female students within economics to contribute towards economics discourse and initiate transformation? Okay, think about it. So at a starting point, KESA has rolled out a three-tiered research agenda focusing on the inclusion of women in club activities and leadership, mentorship for undergraduate students, and special convenings, including annual debates and summits, and tech and innovation conferences. In partnership with Economics Scholar Panel, our founder domiciled here at University of Nairobi, KESA has developed a research wing keen to dismantle the leaky pipeline of stalled progress arising from gross underrepresentation of women within economics. However, being a consortium of students, we are resource constrained. So this is therefore a call for partnership. So now I will take you through the three forces that we as KESA, we normally build on. So number one, our members and shared diversity. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Our third national economics debate, which was held last year, highlighted a disconnect between the teaching practice of economics within the country. So while with the partnership from Economic Scholar, a student-based think tank, KESA integrated a collaborative writing into its processes within the broader research agenda. So now this collaborative writing is inspired by a commitment to restore a human face in economics for economics, which is about people and for the people. Okay? It is a platform for exchange of ideas via economic essays, writing based on memes and short prompts. So now in February this year, we incorporated Tech Wrangle to further reinforce our strengths while mentoring our members towards economic scholarship. So now, later this year, on October, we will host the fourth National Economics Debate at Machakos University alongside collaborative writing session. So now, we are keen on tapping on the support of Afea, AWI, the World Bank, Africa Institute of Research, IREC, as mentors, sponsors, and knowledge partners. Second force, our connectivity and community of practice. Now, with the understanding that great things happen when you collaborate and co-develop, KESA partners with industry, academia, and affiliates in nurturing sober economic debates and discourses. Last year, National Economics Debate was successful thanks to the support we received from the University of Nairobi. We hosted the debate here and American Institute of Research. At the moment, we are keen on bringing on knowledge, broad knowledge from our partners, and also we are seeking sponsors for the forthcoming National Economics Debate under the theme, defining a fair and all-inclusive economic structures for all Kenyans. So now, we believe these partnerships will go a long way into building a holistic community of students and young scholars within economic sciences in Kenya, and of course, Global South. Now, third force, our innovation. So now, KESA innovation ecosystem is anchored on mentorship. So for female members, for research programs, for young scholars, innovation summits that we've been having, collaborative writing, and the Tech Wrangles that we had in February at Multimedia University. So which is an extension of a Cambridge Senior Wrangler concept. Now, the Innovation Summit is an opportunity for our members to pitch ideas, prototype to captain our industry and thought leaders. We are working towards fully fledging our research wing, and we believe that with the right mentorship, KESA is positioned to shape research and discourses within economics. Now, I don't know how many of you are Christians, but if you're a Christian, I believe you're familiar with King David. And you being familiar with King David, you must have come across where God told King David, "You will build me a temple." Not, I mean, his son will build the temple, not really David. So, which means I believe that this generation, as you all have said, we are the leaders of today. I believe we are the ones to build this Africa. As KESA, we are thinking beyond. And here's the thing, we believe Africa must invest in Africa. I don't have any problem with, having Asians, Chinese coming to invest in Africa. There's no problem, Americans coming to invest in Africa. I am looking at a future where investors from Gabon invest in Comoros, a future where investors from Mauritania invest in Eswatini, a future where Kenyan investors invest in South Sudan. That is the future that we as young economic scholar, we need to think about and build on it. We have talked about research, we've had workshops, we have had conferences. It is now high time to be practical whenever we say Africa arise. So where do we start? And that begs the question that which I started. Why are we here? And what are we? Let us be very practical. When we do research, may we be practical, because we are the leaders of today and we must build on the foundations. So as I draw close, I welcome all of us to support KESA and its 38 affiliated economics clubs and associations across the country. I also take this opportunity to invite you all in this forthcoming national economics debate. Karibuni sana. And thank you very much. May God bless us, and may God bless us, Africa. Thank you.
So wasn't that a wonderful speech? So she talked about women empowerment in the Economic Student Association of Kenya. Do we have a men empowerment? Or are we just empowering the girl child? You're neglecting the male, right? Yeah, you also need a branch on the male. Okay, the men are empowering the females. What if you overpower them? Okay, so thank you so much, Marion. So back on the women empowerment, I am a member of an organization called the Association for the Advancement of African Women Economy. Such a long abbreviation, right? Association for the Advancement of African Women Economists. I joined this organization when I was still a PhD student. And during this time, I didn't know what they wanted. I didn't know what their agenda was. But my resource person who was helping with my PhD, called Professor Femi Ayadi, gave my name to the organization. And I didn't know how it will help me, but I got free registrations into bigger organizations like Econometric Society, the World Econometric Society. So you just say, I'm from the Association for the Advancement of African Women Economists, and they waive your fees, okay? So this organization also helps with grants for young ladies, fellowship, and also mentorship. I have a mentor there. So young economists are mentored by experienced economists. So I want to welcome one of our members of the Association for the Advancement of African Women Economists to give her remarks. Dr. Ruth Orema, are you here? Thank you. Welcome. Kindly give your remarks and tell them the importance of being members of this organization. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lydia, and good afternoon to you all. and to the association for our association, the African Finance and Economics Association, the University of Nairobi Faculty of Economics and Development Studies. Um, Thank you very much for having welcomed us to this conference. It has been a pleasure to join us. Today we had about 21, through this week we had about 21 members of the Association for the Advancement of African Women in Economists having joined us. Interestingly enough, a major part of this group were only mentees, yeah, of the association. It boasts of about 1,100 members. And really, it's a pleasure even to meet with you, Lydia, although I know we have not spoken at large. So I am Ruth Oriama, chapter coordinator of the Kenyan chapter. We coordinate together with Royal, who's seated with us in the room. And I'd like to really just extend our gratitude once more for having invited us on behalf of Professor Siedu and the rest of AWI's leadership. One of the things that we have quite appreciated through this process has been the dynamism of the entire team. Dr. Socrates has been working with us step by step. We had a bit of a kerfuffle in the first day where we had some rooms mixed up, but they were very agile. And it goes without saying that we need more of these conversations. Out of the about 21 AWI members who came to attend the conference this year, for a good number of them, this was their first time. I don't know for us here how many of us it's our first time to attend such a conference, but it really does have a butterfly effect going forward because I don't know, somehow you become a doctor, somehow you become a professor, or somehow you become a development specialist in a rural area. Really, every small impact is important. I'd like to maybe just highlight contributing, and really it was a privilege to contribute to the theme of the future of work. I'd like to highlight some of the insights that I myself got, having attended some of the sessions and chaired some of them. We had about, today morning, together with our students, you said that we had that about 85% of jobs in our continent are informal. And what some of the AWE members, really just speaking into some of the insights that we got from the presentations from AWE members, one of them from Benin showed us that in as much as this is the case, your probability of having more profits as an entrepreneur, informal or not, is increased if you have access, if you have had secondary, tertiary education. And that is not the case for those without any kind of training. Yeah. What we also saw was that digitization can help, people, women and others have access to financial services. But what some of the presentations showed us is that that might not be enough. You have digital products, but are they accessible? Is the woman in the rural area able to access them? So for, I was about to say it in French, which you say formation, but learning is an important determinant to combine it with digitization such that these products are much more accessible. And then to some extent, then the future of work can look a bit better. We also learned about the importance of risk, which is a lesson that I take forward. But as AWI, and even just speaking on behalf of AWI, Kenyan chapter, and the rest of the chapters, what we'd like to say is that some of these challenges are not particularly insurmountable in themselves. And through, of course, our research, through our collaborations, we can work together collaboratively to address them. Professor Sam has said he's one of the members of AWI, and thank you for your guidance. One of the two members of AWI, yeah, one of the two members in a special category in AWI, and thank you for your guidance as always in this respect. I'd like to thank also Professor Martin Oleche, Jean-Claude, who's joined us, Socrates, for your guidance as well. it has been a privilege for us, the 21 of us who joined this conference. A good number of us were also very actively involved in the coordination, or what do you say, in the facilitation of some of the rooms, a really important learning opportunity. So with these few words, really, I hope that next year we continue to get involved in Afea. We already learned that we are members, and we hope that this membership or this collaboration continues to be sustained, and hopefully we see each other next year in Cote d'Ivoire. Thank you so much. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ruth. I'm so happy that you made it and came with a team of several ladies to support us in the affair. So it looks very fun, yeah, to support us in the affair. Okay? In the affair. That's why you have to say in the affair, not in the affair. Okay. So I want to actually support what Dr. Ruth said, that in Africa, 80% of our economic activities are mostly informal. Someone asked me, I went to Spain in 2023, so some people are asking me, why did you come from Spain to Africa? And what I always tell them is there is an opportunity to have an impact in Africa. When you go abroad, they already have it. They have already figured out their life, right? In Africa, we have not yet figured out majority of our life, including something as simple as credit. How many people sometimes need some money, but the only people who can lend you are Shylocks who can lend with 30%. And some of us, maybe who are employed, by 15th, we don't have anything. We need something to carry us to the end month. So I was talking to my mother, and she used to see how the Shylocks are really feeding on people. And she brought a group of 10 women and told them, we have to contribute 5,000 every month. And then anybody who wants a loan can take the money we have collected and return it next month with 10%. That was a better deal than the Shylock, right? So when they take the 10%, next time we meet, it is 55,000 that we have. And then another 5,000. So we found ourselves being a small microfinance that we started even loaning to people who are not members of the group. Right now, the membership is so big, we now have a financial accounting problem because we never knew it could be that big. So you have an opportunity to impact the economy once you're in Africa. The city, Nairobi city, is very dirty, right? Nairobi city is dirty, right? Have you ever seen the bins for collecting that you have one for plastics, one for glasses? Have you ever seen them? No. But do you know that you can come up with that, where there are places for plastics, places for the organic, places for the others? And then for the organic, you can use it to make manure. And for the plastic, you can always melt them and buy molds from industrial area and make some seats and some nice plastic things. There is opportunity for change in Africa. So with that remark, we are also collaborating with several universities. As you heard, Multimedia University, we have Strathmore University, we have Kabarak University, and of course the host University of Nairobi. So we just want to ask one of the universities to come and give us some of their remarks, and I would like to welcome Mr. Shadrach Koech from Kabarak University to give us some remarks. Thank you. Can you give him 3 factorials? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Shadrach Koech. I'm a lecturer at School of Business and Economics in Kabarak University. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you, the organizing committee. Thank you, the University of Nairobi, for giving us this particular forum to ensure that we bond, to exchange ideas with great minds, to ensure that we know that we are today's game changers. So that's why we are here today. So we know that innovation is changing every day, and without embracing that innovation, will be outdated. So we need to make sure that we are competitive in the market by embracing technology. From the theme that we had, we say that job sustainability is one of the things that we really have to discuss further, not only for today's conference, but also as we go back, wherever you are, you've got to do more research. we need to blend innovation through the blending between different parties, from the researchers, academicians, to also to the stakeholders and investors, and make sure that we address the issue about market gaps that we have. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you everyone for arriving in this particular session and to attending this particular session. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shadrach Koech. I think one of the first universities I taught without a PhD was in Kabarak University. Yeah? Yeah, so I was a teacher there, but they didn't pay me. I don't know who to look for. Will you send my complaints? Okay. So thank you so much, Mr. Shadrach Koech. I just remembered somebody owes me money, and I found somebody I can send. I think that is the life of every lecturer. You have to start somewhere part-time, right? And out of those who give you part-time job, 50% will pay, 50% will not pay. But that is a good experience that I got there. So we almost going to the last session, where we shall be able to know who won the Afea competition. Then after that, we shall take a photo. But and then also later on invite Dr. Badeo to give us his remarks after the prizes are given, and he will join us online. Then after that, I will invite our president-elect, Dr. Socrates, to give us some closing remarks. So you now know the order of the day, right? How many do not have their passports to Cote d'Ivoire? Are we supposed to go to Cote d'Ivoire with a visa? You think it's free? Yeah, you can try, and then you tell us if you are allowed. Eh? Okay. So I heard our president allowed everyone to come to Kenya without a visa. So others should also allow us to go to their country. Can we go to Ghana without a visa? We are not allowing Nigerians, but Nigerians should allow us, right? So actually, I am a Pan-Africanist, and I always feel like Africa should not even have borders. The colonialists that actually gave us borders did it wrong. Nigeria should be a province of Africa. Nairobi should be a province of Africa, and we should use one currency that is pegged not on the dollar, but pegged on what? Our natural resources. When I give this speech of Pan-Africanist, I feel like people can kill me, but that is what we need. We need to be able to travel to any country without visa restrictions. So I really support the idea of one Africa, one president. And then all the other countries can have governors and become states of Africa. We do not need to borrow money from IMF and World Bank. Do we need to do that? We can have an African central bank, because we have African countries that are well off that can loan other countries, right? Which country is well off that can loan others? Kenya, we have a lot of loans, my friends. Let's think of Libya. Libya was doing so well. By the time Gaddafi was dying, they had almost 100 billion in reserves. So I think Ghana can loan us. How is Ghana?